spiritual witness protection. They were masking your blessing. Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath, so good to have you joining me today. Come on in. Thank you for inviting me in. If you are interested in working with me, you can find my website and any information you might need below. Check with your angels first, and then we can take off and go and get to work, that is. So, here's the deal, guys. I had this download today, and I thought it would be very apropos to bring the deeper layers of it to, let's unpack this together today, because I think it's a question that many of us have regarding the timing of things and who gets the final say. You have a spiritual ancestry team that's working with you at any time, from your guardian angels to ancestors to crossed over loved ones, which would fall under the ancestor realm, but really no, because crossover loved ones could be people that don't share your DNA as well. So, chosen family, soul tribe. They're all intergalactic beings, the whole thing. They're all watching to see what you will do, what choices you will do, what choices you will make, what things get to slip through. And they see all the battles that you go through, and they see all the towers that you have had fall, and they see how you have wanted to absolutely withdraw and hermit forever in perpetuity. Guilty as charged. Yes, that's been me. And they look at all of that. And then they say, you stood 10 toes down obediently. You stood 10 toes down repeatedly. Come on. Cheers to repeatedly, guys. Pardon me. Cheers to repeatedly. And there are blessings that come in. I know it doesn't seem like it. I know it's hard to believe because it's not something that we have a lot of evidence of. And we're like, this blessing thing seems hard to achieve. And I have certainly questioned in my life until my angels showed me why they did it the way they did. And they said, share this with the collective. You beautiful Earth Angel collective. You are under a spiritual witness protection program. You, a lot of you, maybe not everyone here watching, but for the ones where it does apply, it will apply. For a lot of you here watching, you were dealing with really bad guys. Mafioso level bad spiritual situations. You were dealing with multi-generational curses. You were dealing with actual witchcraft, spell work, people speaking badly over you, wishing evil eye, bing bing, on you. You were dealing with hateful parents that disdained you. Not all of you, but for those of you with whom it applies, you know exactly who you are. You were dealing with friends and family that couldn't stand you to some degree. Even if they wanted to, their demons would just never let it be. And you stood in the midst of that, and they said, your blessings will come, and they will come so abundantly that you won't even fathom just how much we value and love you. But if we allow it to come through while you have all of those haters around you, you will never reap the benefits fully. And so what they do is they allow you to be removed or cloaked right in front of people. People that may be taking you for granted. People that are not treating you well. People that, one of the things that I always channel and remember is that people were unkind to Taylor Swift. She has stories of people bullying her. And isn't it interesting how she became the ultimate, quintessential girl? Not a mean girl at all, but if she wanted to be, she could be. That's the magic of divine feminine energy. She could be. We wield a certain kind of power, and people are lucky that we don't devour them, truly. A video coming up here about that. I certainly will link it for you below. Also, you can find anything I talk about channel or any videos that I mention, glitching there, videos that I mention linked below. Taylor Swift is one that you know, and there are many others. But anybody that reached the heights of fame or celebrity, and not all of them are divine feminine, to be sure, but I think of people that rejected Oprah, or even people that rejected popular, rappers. Drake. I know he's persona non grata, but Kendrick, whoever, whatever. There isn't a person here on this earth that doesn't have, to some degree, a story, an origin story, a villain arc origin story, a righteous error villain arc origin story. There isn't anyone here that hasn't had someone play with them to some degree, or refuse them, or reject them, or outright think that they were quote unquote the lame. I'm reminded specifically of Michael B. Jordan once he had reached the heights of fame, standing in a press junket line on somebody's carpet, red carpet of sorts, and he was being interviewed by a redhead, I do believe, and he remembered her. And I will be connecting that below. Whew, the words tonight. Yeah, I'm a Leo. Of course, I burn the midnight oil, and that can lead me to moments where my brain's like, it's like trying to connect. It's like old Atari. If y'all even know what Atari is, it's going like that slow. We're on analog. All right, I will connect the video below. Michael B. Jordan is in this press junket line, right? And this woman is talking to him and just chatting him up about, I believe it was Black Panther or something. And you can see it. It's so good. I love reading body language. It's just one of my favorite things. And it's one of my gifts too. Guys, there are so many people that you can study on here on YouTube. So I will be connecting some of my faves below too for you. But you can see the moment. Here's the thing. He immediately recognizes her, but you see it wash across his face. And then what you see drop in is this Joker-esque realization of the position that he's in. And here on this channel, if you don't know, if you're new here, we definitely are very aware of our shadows. We make friends with our shadows so that our shadows don't eat the faces off of people that try us. So that's a video I do have here. Get to know your shadow before it gets to know you. I will connect that below for you too. Guys, our shadow resides in us. We have a duality. So all that light and love, yes, it is light that you can see sometimes, but it's also a little bit of shade and darkness. Actually, I'm doing a late night mighty light, so the lights are dim here, and I think you get the point. It's a little after hours. This is very scorpionic energy. It's a mood, it's a vibe. And that shadow side is a mood and a vibe too, but also it saves you, and also it can get you in a world of trouble. And you see him balancing all of that. His light, his shadow. He knows who he is. He's Michael B. Jordan, who's made it. Literally, no quotes needed. He made it. He is talked about, awarded, he is discussed, and he is hired and solicited often for what is considered excellent work. Oh gosh, there's so many good nuggets in this lesson. Thank you, angels. They said he was Delulu to make his dreams come true. And who he recognized on that red carpet was someone like me and you have run into before, or maybe like people that will be coming back in our life just wanting a drop more might do in the future. A little mini prediction there for you. Who needs a tarot when we just have the damn truth? And so I'm talking about angels. What happened on that carpet was that he calls her out. And some people said, oh, that's so petty. Like, you're in such a, dynamic position of power above her. It's so just, such a disparate position. How could you? That was mean. It was all ego. It was lame. It was corny. And what he does is he reminds her of how she bullied him. Not just her, the high school bullied him all the time and he kind of talks through it. I don't recall it. I haven't seen the clip in years, but he kind of says like, oh, I was the one who wasn't going to make it, or I was the one that you guys made fun of and said was corny, or whatever. I think he carried around his pictures, like his headshots. He was just getting into Hollywood in high school because he had a dream. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. And he held on, and he had a dream. And oh my God, Earth Angels, don't we know about having a dream? Don't we know about manifesting a thing in the midst of everyone wishing against us that we couldn't? I do. And if you're watching, I know you do too. But on that red carpet that night, Michael B. Jordan was all of us. He was in the fight of his life between his shadow and his light, and he read her down for filth. Oh, it's a moment. If you think you wouldn't take it, I admonish you to check in with your shadow once more. I think there's different ways you can take it. And I think that that's what those moments of the bullying are for. I think so that you can stand in your own movie, in your own moment, in your own lore. He had become folklore. The kid that they made fun of was Killmonger. What a story arc. The kid that they said couldn't do it was playing in Rocky. Ascending the steps. Punching on beats. Oh my sweet earth angels. Defeat is sweet. And it's sweeter when you allow your galactic federation of spiritual warriors and ancestors and angels to be your advocates, to advocate on behalf of you. So in order for a lot of your dreams to come true, which I'm calling them in for you right now, right? If y'all grew up Christian, y'all see pastors do that right now. We're calling it down right now. Well, that works in any religion. Stay tuned for another video here I have about a beautiful opportunity to connect with Oshun. And what I learned from not being closed-minded. Here's the deal. There are people that are closed-minded to us and in our face. But in order for our dreams to be revealed and for us to take our rightful place, come on, rightful place. I'm thinking about Pan's Labyrinth. I'm thinking about the Sorcerer and the Stone. I'm thinking about King Arthur. Sometimes there's only one person that's going to meet the destiny. I'm thinking about David with Goliath. There's only one person. I'm thinking about Moses with his people who will set their people free. There's only one who will meet a certain destiny or break a certain generational curse or inhabit their abundance that's been dormant since birth, is what my angels just said to say to some of you. Inherit their abundance, which has been dormant since birth. See, that's the way our angels work. You were in the midst of people that didn't want to see you win, and that were actively petitioning to the dark forces for whom they are betrothed for everything to go wrong. But here's what you need to know. This was a Job story. In order for that even to happen to you, there was a sanction that was given that you could be tested. Boo. Who gonna check you? Apparently, all the demons that are unleashed on this earth, we're gonna test you. Coming in the form of family and friends and so many other monstrous things. Unsuspecting, though. Surprise. Another reading coming up here. Surprise, surprise. Stay tuned for that. Let's see what our surprise is from the angels. The angels talked to me about that earlier. It was really funny. So we shall see what comes up. I think I'm going to laugh a lot in it. But here's what you guys need to know. In it, who's from England here? If you're from England, please leave your beautiful flag below, okay? Who here doesn't understand clearly that in order for the thing you wanted to manifest to grow, not only do you have to let those people go, but they also couldn't know. You can't evil eye what you don't understand. You can't destroy if you don't have the blueprint or the plan. Someone doesn't want me to talk to y'all today. Because, see, words is something I could do. I have a lot to say. So, angels, let's clear this up. You guys were under spiritual witness protection programs, because you would have sabotaged yourself had some of the fruits of your labor started to come in. You would have maybe shared it with someone who was literally not your friend, who was not happy for you no matter how much DNA you share. You would have unknowingly, unwittingly, and just haphazardly taken it there to people, literally casting your pearls before swine. Because it's a thing we do until you learn. Time after time. And that's precisely what needed to happen. That's what they just channeled for me with Cyndi Lauper. I'm hearing dun 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 dun, the second hand unwinds. If you want, and you will find me time after time. There was a lot of time that was wasted as you waited, they said. And when I say wasted, meaning you perceived it as wasted and they perceived it as perfect timing and alignment. They're showing me a car crash that you just missed because someone spilled coffee on you, sis. And you had to stop and you had to blot and you had to be pissed. But as you sat 4 cars behind in traffic, you realized why they allowed it. Back to Job, allowed. It was allowed for people to try and touch you. See, the word says, touch not my beloved and do my prophet no harm, or touch not my prophet and do my beloved no harm. Either way, the premise is, don't fuck with my kids. That part. And if you do, it must be that you got permission from me in order to even go over there and be a bugaboo. And the me is not me. It's source, it's God. It's he. So people thought it was okay. And they unleashed their worst. And they said all the things they ever wanted to say. And they made fun of you. And they laughed at you. And they thought it was so funny too. So funny. And they thought by bad-mouthing, evil-eyeing, hating, doing actual like slanderous left hand path dark magic work that, and voodoo, that's literally what I just heard. Like, and not, you know, not in any kind of like we're figuring out new ways to evolve in a spiritual realm, but like I want something to end painfully. Maybe a little pain you did see, but you know what they didn't see? Your manifesting reality. You know what they didn't see? Your land of milk and honey. You know what they didn't see? The path that you had to take so that you could set yourself free. You were in witness protection, sweetie. And that's why it wasn't coming in like you manifested it to be. You were Delulu, like Michael B, and like Oprah, and like Rihanna, and like fill in the blank. You knew that you had gas in your tank. You knew that there was something there, that it could cook. But there were all of these looky-loos peeking over to take a good long look. Because if they could just get their evil eyes on it, then your dream could be shook. And so you were carted off and they changed your identity. And people that maybe once took a great interest started to be the narcissists. They were always going to be the sociopaths. They were always going to be the gaslighting liars. They were always going to be. And they were taking chunks out of your body. They're channeling piranhas for me. They said they attacked you guys like piranhas. And what else they're showing me is a cuttlefish. A cuttlefish? I don't know if that's what it's called. But it literally takes chunks out of a fish. Like it will eat it while it's alive. There were parasitic things. Ugh. They said to connect a short. I'm so sorry, y'all. When my angels want y'all to be on Animal Planet with me over here in my shamanistic weird life that happens. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry because it's beautiful to get to teach you this, but welcome to the inside of my brain. They said that you need to see it so that you see how insane it was for you to be hosting, essentially. There are parasitic or symbiotic relationships with aquatic sea life, like sharks and the fish that clean them. But these cuttlefish come in and literally take chunks out. They're not there to help you, boo. They're there to take from you your life. And it's eerie. They attack oarfish, specifically, paddling to get away and set yourself free. They didn't want you to set yourself free, or... So they just channeled in more for me because they showed me the fish and it's glinty silver and how the fish come in and take chunks out of it. And it's so creepy. If you have trypophobia, maybe don't look at that short. Because by the end of it, I was heebie-jeebied. And you should be heebie-jeebied spiritually. That's why they had to put you in witness protection, because you were with felonious, villainous, unhinged, sociopathic, selfish, ridiculous, actually mentally addled. And here's the thing, sis, we all got a touch, don't we, of mental illness. I know I do. Deal with depression, pushing through. For me, seasonally, this is my season where it's like, Jesus, what's the reason? Where's the season? Who? I'm out here slipping and sliding through the spirituality just like you, but I stand 10 toes down and be obedient, to be transparent with you, one, but to let you know it's okay if you're going through too. The difference between us going through and the people that were maniacal with us is that they deny that they are even going through. They act like they don't know what mental illness is, or what a therapist is, or what a YouTube channel is, because not all of us can go to the therapist. They act like there isn't a way to self-help, self-medicate, read, educate, and evolve. That's okay. They don't have to be on that. But we over here in this Earth Angel Collective are, because that's just our path. That part. Speaking of path, let's see here. If I've got it out, the angels just showed this to me and they said talk about it here. There'll be some shorts that are up. There will be some shorts that are up. And self-discovery. This is hold on a second. We're having a moment. I allow others to make their own choices. I am focused on my own path. When I said that, it's one I just did, actually, made on the short per se. In any case, I love this. I allow others to make their own choices. I am focused on my own path. What you'll see in the short is sips of self-care. And actually that's going to be debuting for Valentine's month, as we're going to be, there's a whole syllabus the angels downloaded for me. So there'll be lots of juicy morsels happening over in February. But this should be uploaded sometime in the next 24 hours, which will hit before February. And so you will see this. This Pave Your Own Path is actually the name of this deck. It is created by a multifaceted, multi-talented coach who is magical and melanated as well. All the M's, right? Magical and melanated. And her name is Miss Atia Bloom. You guys have heard me refer to her. If you are an A1 Day 1 to this channel, you can find these cards, if you are interested, over at her website, Say So Soul. Say So Soul. I was like, sis, of course. Your website is all of my list. Like literally all the 5 years of speech therapy. My speech pathologist would be appalled. And I'm going to be saying that so many times because I just made all of the, we do a run through and I do some channel messages in the short. So stay tuned for that. But Say So Soul at Pave Your, it's Say So Soul is the website. Pave Your Own Path is the name of the deck. I love them. It's a beautiful affirmation oracle deck, all about you taking care of you. And I thought it was perfect for sips of self-care, as I was channeled to do with you guys for Valentine's month or year. We can do a whole year of self-care if you want to. Miss Bloom is the author of these beautiful cards that are too specifically, they are designed to be kind of Rorschach-y. So it's like, what do you see? And I love that because on any given day, you may pick something different out from them. Anyway, back to what we were saying. Edify yourself. Part of you fighting off some of these battles and making it through Witness Protection Program is that you did a lot of self-care. So that could be something added to your plan. But we were talking about a path. And being on your right path, your righteous path, and no one being able to really laugh when we get to the finish line. They can laugh, and they can be on demon time in the beginning when it looks like nothing. And they can laugh as you're elevating and ascending. But they won't be able to laugh when you're producing some things, multiple streams of maybe income, or you've manifested the family. For those of you that are literally trying to bear children right now, specifically, like you're fertile, your womb is thriving. I know that may seem wild, but that's a channel I just got. Someone here needs to know that you will have it if you want it this year. And people that may have told you, just stop, sweetie. Maybe it's your time, sweetie. But they had to remove you from prying eyes, sweetie, so they could gift you with that beautiful baby that wants to come through. And maybe it's not an actual baby for many of you. Maybe it's a business, or maybe it's autonomy, or maybe it's returning back to society after being in hermit mode. Whatever it is for you, it's huge. And they did not want anyone lurking, manifesting against it, so they just hid it. And sis, let me tell you something, they hid it from you too. They had you in witness protection program and they said, you're going to start a deli. And you're like, okay, I'll be the cliche. I'm going to be the guy that used to be in the mafia and now I'm going to the deli. Cool. And then you started to love it. Then you started to make artisan bread. Then the panorama hit and you decided you were going to turn it and flip it on its head. And now you're making a multi-million-dollar business. They said kind of like that. They said if you would have known where you were going, you might have wanted to maybe look back, or maybe you would have never looked back. But they said you would have been off track because you might have added some of your own energy and ideas and free will to it. And so they hid it. They hid it from you. They hid it from people that would want to take it from you. They hid it from people that never want to see it. Want it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all rebuke it, rebuke it if you rebuke it. They never wanted to see it happen for you. They never wanted to see the dream come true. They didn't believe you deserved to get the dream come true. They said anybody but you. So they had to hide you because you were dealing with pharaohs and people that were tyrannical, emperors that were inverse and king of swords, flipped, narcissist. You were dealing with people that were just shit, not worth it. You found yourself in a shit position so many times. And they said there are blessings still to be given. So now your ancestors and angels will be on that hiding time. Because listen, they're not going to get to evil eye you out of what your wish is. Because they said you deserve it, sis. They said you earned it, sis. Sis, we earned it. We didn't earn it, okay? Some of you guys were guided to disconnect. Someone wants to connect with you, so maybe that's what it is. I think I'm supposed to do a reading after this because I'm just getting so many channeled things. My energy is vibrating so high right now. When I say vibrating high, I don't mean lofty. I'm just saying I feel like Lucy on that movie with Scarlett Johansson. Like, it's just so much information that's coming in right now. So next is... Oh, I get it. I know what I'm supposed to talk about. Next is a reading. You were in witness protection. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to pull in the energy. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna do it. My angels are screaming at me right now. You were in witness protection, and it was so that it was for you to get your blessings. It was for you to get your blessings. I'm also channeling accents as well. Like, what is freaking happening right now? You were in witness protection. It was for you to get your blessings. They said you deserve your blessings. They said you deserve your blessings. And they said, now you don't need to protect them. That doesn't mean pray or consider different energy. Frankincense is important here too. My eye is drawn to it. I probably be burning some in the next video that I do. Frankincense, something befitting of you. Oh, I get it. And come, they told him, ba-dum-ba-bum-bum, a newborn king to see, ba-dum-ba-bum-bum. I have no gifts to bring, ba-dum-ba-bum-bum, to lay before the king and queens. Ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum. And my energy has calmed down. Me and my drum circles are important. Someone here needs to get to a drum circle in your area. Look it up. I don't know if you're on Facebook, but you should be able to find one on there or Instagram. Me and my drum. Frankincense. The wise men. Your ancestors were gifting you guys. They hid you in plain sight so they can bring you your frankincense and myrrh. They said, had anyone known what we were going to do, they would have stolen it. I'm hearing swiper, no swiping. They would have taken it away from you. They would have tried to swat it out of your hands. They said, ooh, they're showing me my ex, my twin, twin, my twin flame, my toxic little terrible twin, who I didn't know where she ended and I began. Her name is on a book here. I have a book here and her name is on it. Not because she wrote it. It just happened. It's a coincidence, but it's not. They said this. People succeeded at actually messing up wreck and shop. I heard really what they heard, what I said. They say, fucking up your shit. That's what I heard. I was trying to censor it. They said people succeeded at fucking up your shit. People have sabotaged you actively and succeeded at it. And they said that's okay. The beauty of being in the Earth Angel Collective is that when someone tries to take something away, even if it was allowed, even if it was sanctioned, even if it was a Job lesson, you just level up to the next blessing. And because you know your worth and you keep saying no, that's one thing. But also because people have gone out of their way to gang up on you. It's never just one-on-one, boo, isn't it? It's like a party of 22 and just you. Well, your spirit team too, so I guess that's a friendly fade. They said people have gone out of their way and they have succeeded at taking away things or sabotaging things or ruining things before your eyes that maybe you put so much time and effort into. And they said, how much more so shall we bless you? And in order to do that, we had to get you away from the people that despise you. And I need you to internalize that. I know it's like Valentine's time, and I'm like, taking hatred from others. No. What I mean, though, is I need you to stop being on that love and light and tap into that shadow we talked about that's not so bright, and understand that people did despise you and had real jealousy that sometimes they didn't even know how to process, because demons don't really speak. They don't know that they're dealing with entity attachments. Some of them are outwardly malicious and sociopathic, to be true. But some of them literally had people jump in their body and want to attack you. And here's how you'll know. If anybody's ever spun the block with the deepest, most sincere apology and epiphanies about who you are, and they're so sad they let you go. Yes, they're narcissists. Yes, they're spinning. Not all of them, but yes, they're toxic, whatever, and they miss you. But pay attention to the ones that super duper miss you. Those are the ones that have real entity attachments. And until you remove your energy, you are never going to see your dreams come true. They didn't even know it. Actually, the antidote for removing their demon, you are out here performing exorcisms. I can't even take this message tonight. It's so intense. You are out here performing exorcisms on people by just letting go. By going into the witness protection, by saying, okay, angels, I hate it, but I guess it's going to be so. And once you are gone, it doesn't mean that they don't have to do their own shadow work and heal and whatever, but it means that the reveal of the attachment, because the way that they hated you, despised you, were looking to sabotage you, liked seeing you in pain, gloated when you were hurting or when things didn't go your way, they realize that it's even depraved for them. Once you're away, they're like, fuck, why was I acting like that? But that doesn't mean I circle back, because I have on whims thought, oh, well, they're this or they're that. And maybe someone petitioned and softened my heart to a certain degree, and I spun back and they couldn't wait to reattack me. And even more viciously this time with more sugar, like even more viciously, because how dare I set myself free, and who the fuck did I think I was, and did I think I could be, and who they couldn't be because someone crushed their dreams. They're trying to project that on me. Sound familiar, Earth Angel Collective? Yeah, I thought so. The hate is always free. So they took you away to witness protection program because your dreams you are determined and destined to see. They said they didn't want anyone around you that could sabotage it. And that's why they didn't even whisper too much to you either, because they didn't want you to say, come look, see, out of excitement. I don't think for the rest of your life you're going to have to hide the good things that happen to you. I think that what happens once you go through an up level and an ascension the way that you just have, new tribes and members are assigned to you, new soulmates, new destiny helpers, different folks. And I'm going to do a video and talk about those various delineations of what those things are during the month of February. So we'll break down everything relationship in February from every single juicy angle. It's going to be so fun. Probably going to be one of my favorite months. I love. I'm a Leo. Can't help it. 5th house. I was made for this. So I'm telling y'all, tune in, sis. It's going to be some good, juicy, fun, interesting, thought-provoking-ish, because I've thought about love in a lot of ways. And I've learned some lesson on some hard knock days. But that means that I've distilled it for you and transmuted, and we have some work to do. So anyway, we'll dive into that shortly. But know and thank the God, thank the ancestors, thank your galactic team, thank your spirit team, thank everybody. I want to thank everybody. Thank everybody for the way that they kept your privacy. You were guided to leave things you didn't even understand why. I know what's happened to me. Couldn't even fathom why I would do this. I really liked the people. I really loved them. I respected them. until their behavior became egregious and it became acerbic and bitter and weighted with envy, malefic envy. And I thought, oh my God, I thought we were friends. Until their true face I did see. No one likes to be friends with an earth angel because they don't understand your frequency. It doesn't mean you won't have friends. Your vibe attracts your tribe. That's why they had to cut those low vibing people free. We were once low vibing too, but we did the work to evolve, and I'm so genuinely proud of you. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. Come back and join me next time. We'll continue to evolve together.